Today, S2G and myself are taking over the two worst teams in the Premier League.
And we're racing to see who can fix them first and win the title.
And oh my days, what is this team? Who allowed the squad to get into the Premier League?
I think my team is even worse, bro. I mean, Wolves are literally bottom of the Premier League.
Every season, we each get 100 million to make 3 signings to improve our team. After every transfer window, we get one chance to guess who each other signed.
And if we guess right, they're gone. Released on the spot.
Plus, whoever does better that season
Gets to choose an advantage for themselves.
or sabotage the other for next season. Alright, Sid, you're taking over Wolves, I'm taking over Burnley. Who do you think is gonna win the Premier League first?
I mean, I think I'm the better manager, so it's gotta be me.
Well, we'll see about that because in this first season, we're only allowed to sign players from the Premier League. Then after we get to guess the Premier League clubs we sign the players from.
That should be easy because I'm a Premier League merchant anyways.
Alright, boys, and straight away, I hate this formation. Who's playing in the Premier League with 5 in the back? That's for losers. And the formation I've decided on is the 4-2-2-2. I want to completely ditch wingers and I want to utilize those CDM positions because Burnley have decent pivots. And this is the best lineup we have available to us, but to be honest, the team isn't too bad. The double pivots in Florentino and Leslie Ugochukwu are good DMs to have. And we do have someone like Marcus Edwards who's extremely talented. Of course, the improvements are very obvious. I definitely want a goalkeeper that is above an 80 overall. A brand new center back to play next to is Stevie because we cannot go down this season. And I think we need an incredible striker to score the goals to keep us up from going back to the championship. And like we mentioned, we do have 100 million. However, we're not allowed to do any swap deals or sell anybody and only players from the Prem.
I really want to beat Edgar on his channel. Away turf. But I think he has finessed me by giving me the worst Premier League club. This is awful. I think my first task is to decide on what formation am I going to use. This stupid 5 at the back, bro. Why do I always get stuck with this? The problem with a challenge like this is that I'm limited to just 3 signings. And I don't know if that's going to be enough to change to a 4-back formation. But I think we need to try it out. Because if I want to win the Premier League, I'm going to have to make bold managerial decisions. 4-3-3 holding. Let's run with that. Actually, guys, it seems like we do have the players for this system. This Portuguese wonder kid and Gomez in left wing. Oh, there's the budget Haaland Strand Larsen up top as well. Oh, but we are lacking midfielders, man, because that's why Krejci's having to play there. He's actually a centre back. I think if I want to play this 4-3-3, 100 million needs to be going to the midfield. And probably the goalkeeper spot, because Sa, even though he's got a big smile there, he's 76 rated. He's not going to help me win this challenge.
And to kick things off, it's the goalkeeper position where my first option is Dean Henderson, 18 overall, 28 years old, Premier League proven. A chance I said guesses Palace. But what about someone like Bart Verbruggen, 22 years old, 80 overall already, has bags of potential, around the similar price of Dean. Brighton have produced some incredible talents, which means Sid can write them down. Low-key, the safest bet might be Dorde Petrovic, 25 years old, 79 overall, just below that 80 that I wanted. And he is the cheapest of the bunch. I don't think he'd be writing down Bournemouth. And I've made my decision for 21 million. Petrovic is coming in. He is the worst out of the bunch, so it's a huge risk. I'm hoping that Sid didn't write down Bournemouth.
Now, I am limited to just the Premier League. Now, since we need a goalkeeper, send Laments, 79 rated, just 22 as well. The potential's there. Oh, but that potential costed me a lot of money. 40 million to bring in Laments. Okay, I'm now left with 55 million, but I still need to sign a couple of midfielders. I know, I really like Conor Gallagher, 80 rated, but 23 million, this seems like an absolute bargain. I don't think Edgar's going to be guessing any of these players.
So now Dorde Petrovic is now joining the team. It's a small improvement, but remember, he does have a little bit of potential. In order for him to grow, just like the rest of the squad, we're gonna have to give him development plans to make sure that one day we win the Prem. And up next is the very important striker position. And the first player I have is Igor Thiago, 79 overall, 24 years old. And no chance Sid writes down Brentford. But what if I'm being too safe? What if I go for somebody like Ollie Watkins? Yes, he's 29 years old. And he's still gonna be very cheap. And he's 10 times better than both of our strikers. He could definitely save us from relegation. Or why not go all out and go for someone like Omar Marmoush, 83 overall, 26 years old, 38 to 48 million. We definitely have the money for it. No chance Sid puts Man City as a guess, right? And I'm already taking the biggest risk of the challenge. For 41 million, I'm bringing in Omar Marmoush. By the way, I know this is not realistic, but this is all about winning the Premier League first. Marmoush is definitely a Premier League winning player.
I really want to sign Kobe Mainu, but I feel like it's so obvious and I don't want to risk releasing him. Siddiqui from Sunderland is a player I don't think Edgar's going to guess. And that is going to be my third and final signing. I think I'm pretty happy about my team right now. It wasn't easy, especially changing formations. Now, the important thing is that I need to get to keep my players, because if Gallagher or Siddiqui ends up going, I'm going to be in big trouble. Might have to go back to the 5 at the back.
And Omar Marmoush is now one of our starting strikers. There's no way we relegate to the championship. But up next is that very important center back spot. However, we only have 27 million left. We need to find somebody good, but somebody extremely cheap. And the first option I have is another City player in John Stones. He probably starts to go down already, but he could do the job for maybe 1 or 2 seasons. Or we could go for somebody with potential like Wesley Fofana and is affordable. He is one for the future. However, we know how injury prone he really is. The final option is Marco Senesi from Bournemouth, 80 overall, 20 years old. In real life, this guy's wanted by the likes of FC Barcelona. And boys, I've decided to go for John Stones as my first option. I need a leader in this team. Let's see what they want for 15 million. They say yes. Very easy signing here. And yes, for 15 million, we're bringing in John Stones. This is very risky for 2 reasons. 1, he's 31 years old, so he might go down at the start of this season. 2, I have 2 Man City players. If he says Man City, I'm screwed and I'm definitely going to the championship because no more Moosh and no Stones. No chance we survive. So here is the brand new Burnley side, and I cannot lie, I'm loving it, man. This is definitely better than before I came in. All right, City, we have made our signings. It's time to make the guesses. Remember, we were only allowed to sign players from the Premier League, and we're guessing Premier League clubs. So my first guess is actually a little bit unpredictable. I'm gonna guess that you signed a player from Manchester City.
Thankfully, I didn't do that, but I was actually under the impression that we were going to be guessing players, so I may be cooked, because I signed players based on that. This is not going to be well.
Okay, man, you know what? I'll take that. Nobody from Man City. What about Crystal Palace?
Looks like I've gotten lucky again. No Palace players.
That leaves me with 1 more club to guess. Oh, there's so many clubs you could have signed players from. Is the final club Brighton?
Oh, man, what a relief. Bro, I went for Lamens from Man United because I needed a goalkeeper. Then apparently Gallagher's moved to Spurs, so I went for him. And then I signed Siddiqui from Sunderland. I didn't even know the rules properly, and I still survived. Your ball knowledge sucks, bro.
Hey, let's see if you guess a player. Let's see if you can guess a player.
Yeah, I'm looking at your team right now, and you look like you need players everywhere.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Have you gone for Newcastle?
Nope, I did not sign anybody for Newcastle.
Okay. Since you said Brighton, I'm thinking you may have signed a player from Brighton. They've got so many talents. Did you go for Brighton?
Well, you would have been right, but I decided last second to not sign a Brighton player, so no, I did not sign a Brighton player.
You know what? I'm just gonna go Man United. Did you sign anyone from them?
Are you sure?
Lock it in, bro. Lock it in.
How did you guess the wrong Manchester club? Because I signed 2 players from Man City. Oh my days, man. I was so nervous there. So nervous.
Who did you sign, bro, from City?
I signed John Stones from Man City. I signed Petrovic from Bournemouth. I know he's not from City. And I signed Omar Marmoush from Manchester City. That's a huge signing for me. I got away with it there.
Bro, how are you able to sign so many high-rated players? I could get like a 79 Lamens, an 80 Gallagher, and a 77 Siddiqui. Yeah, how?
To be fair, John Stones is above 30, so he only cost me 15 mil. Marmoush was 41 mil, and Petrovic was like around 25. So like, it was pretty good signings on my end. I can't lie.
Bro, I'm worried about this season for me.
Yeah, I hope I have the better season because I want to be able to give you a disadvantage or even have an advantage to myself. So we're at the end of the season, and my top goal scorer was Omar Marmoush, 20 goals and 6 assists. Who was yours?
Mine was the budget Haaland Strand Larsen, 22 goals. Not bad. John Arias scored 18 as well, so I'm actually impressed. I thought it was going to be a lot worse.
Well, you may have beaten me there, but my highest rated player right now is 83 overall Marmoush and John Stones.
Okay, my highest rated player is Shen Lamens. I'm so glad you didn't guess Man United. I've now got an 84 rated goalkeeper. Conor Gallagher is doing pretty well as well. I'm liking the situation my team is in.
And you're not gonna believe this. I finished in 19th. I'm going down to the championship. How do I have Omar Marmoush and I relegate, man?
No way, bro. You are such a fraudulent manager. How have you managed to get relegated in a video like this, bro? That is crazy, man. You've just lost all your aura there. I managed to finish 11th with Wolves. I think I've got the advantage now for season 1.
I actually can't believe this. So since you had the better season, do you want an advantage for yourself, or do you want to make things even worse for me and give me a disadvantage?
I think you're already in the mud being in the championship next year, so I want to get an advantage and speed up my progress to destroy you.
Alright, the wheel is being spun. Let's see what you're going to get, and it's a free signing.
That is insane. I can legit sign anyone for free?
And it won't count anything to your transfer budget. I think you might win the Premier League next season already. That'd be crazy. And we are now in season number 2. I'm in the championship, Sid's in the Prem. But don't get too cocky now, as this time around, we're gonna be guessing nations. So there's a huge chance I could get multiple of your players. You can also get mine. Alright, boys, so it's very clear that I'm at a huge disadvantage. I'm playing in the league below. He gets a free signing. And he might sign one of the best players in world football, man. But there is a silver lining. Of course, I do have the 100 million. I just need to hope that he doesn't win the Premier League this year. And I could turn things around and embarrass him. I'm gonna take advantage to sign another amazing striker. Definitely a new center attacking mid. I think that's what Lack does. I think a brand new right back. I think we could get away with 277 CDMs and go straight to the Premier League.
I feel like I could end up giving Edgar his worst defeat ever on his channel. This season, I've got 100 million. Free signing as well. Anybody I can bring in. Maybe Mbappe if I want. But of course, I gotta be careful. He can guess the nation and get me to release Mbappe. First though, with the 100 million I have, I'm thinking we need to get a really good centre back. Because Krejci went back to his parent club Girona. Actually, boys, we could do with a couple of good centre backs. Guys, I've got a crazy good plan here. David Hanko, he's a left back, 83 rated, and I don't even know that nation. Is it Slovenia or Serbia? Well, regardless, I don't think Edgar's going to be guessing that. Now, here's the magic trick. Because Hanko is a left back, I think I can get him for a good discount. Maybe like, yeah, 35.4 million. And now here's what I was talking about. I'm converting Hanko to a centre back, and boom, he goes up to an 86 overall. I'm using all my career mode tricks here to finesse Edgar on his channel.
The first option I do have is Mika Bereth from AS Monaco, 23 years old and has a potential of around 84. Plus, I'm gonna play it safe. I don't think he's gonna go for Denmark. Now, another safe bet is someone like Kostulas, who is Greek. No chance he writes this down and is only going for 13 to 60 million, much more cheaper, but he's a little bit worse than Bereth. And the final option is another Danish man by the name of Conrad Harder. Used to play for Sporting and only a market value of 24 million. And of course, I had to go for the best player in Mika Bereth for 33 million and will easily be going back to the Premier League, making a huge remontada.
And now I'm thinking with the money left, let's go for experience. Christian Romero, a World Cup winner. Now, it's a bit risky signing an Argentinian, but I think Edgar's going to go for the European nations. Bro, my defense now with Lamens, Romero, and Hanko is sorted. And I actually shouldn't have more money to spend, but I've still got my free signing.
So Mika Bereth has now joined the starting 11. This front two is definitely going to take us back to the Prem, but we need somebody behind them to create chances. And my first option for the camp position is the Portuguese man, Joao Felix, and is very well within our price range. Yes, I know Portugal's risky, but I don't just want to sign these players. I want to sign some superstars. That's why the second option is Amad Diallo from Man United. At 24 years old, 81 overall, also within the price range of 33 to 42 million. He would be an incredible signing for the championship. Finally, if I can't get Messi, why not get his regen and Matias Sule playing at Roma, 23 out of 82. He is the most expensive out of the bunch though, and Argentina is very guessable. So for 33 million, we're signing the forever wonder kid and Amad Diallo. Boys, there's no way I have a stinker and stay in a championship. If I do, I'm the worst career mode manager of all time.
Now, I was thinking Lamine Yamal, but Edgar knows me. He's gonna pick Spanish or France to block me from signing Mbappe or Lamine. Instead of Lamine though, what if I go with Rafinha? I mean, 89 rated. That would be my right wing position sorted. Plus, he's played for Leeds before. He knows English football. And there you go, boys. My free signing is being used on Rafinha. I'm just hoping Edgar doesn't guess Brazil. Yo, this actually costed me 130 mil. Actually, it costed me nothing because I earned this free transfer.
And Amad Diallo has now joined Burnley, and just take a look at this attack, man. Now, all we need is a young right back who has high potential, so we don't have to worry about this position in the future. And my first option for right back is actually somebody who's not young, in Daniel Munoz. 3 years old, 82 overall, and for 27 to 33 million, there's a reason why Man United have him in their team right now. But what if I go for someone like Serginho Dest? At 25 years old, he's American, unguessable nation, just like Munoz. And he is also very cheap and used to play for Sid's favorite club, FC Barcelona. Final option is one of the best right back wonder kids in this game, in Joaquin Seis. 76 overall, can play both fullback positions, and is the cheapest of the bunch. And also, if you know, you know. So I went for the worst first right back of the bunch, and Joaquin saves for 70 million, but he has the most potential. I think it's a good signing overall, and I just hope we go back to the Prem next year and Sid doesn't win the Premier League. Plus, there's no way he guesses Belgium. This is what the final starting 11 is looking like now. Boys, I made some amazing signings. I just hope he doesn't guess Belgium, Denmark, or Ivory Coast, and I can guess some of his nations.
All right, Edgar, I want to ruin your season even more. Make you maybe go down to EFL League One. That would be jokes. Let me see if I can get my nations right. Now, since you do have like 100 mil, you are going to go for some of the big players. I feel like France, I just want to get it out of the way.
I did not sign a French player.
Okay, did you go for England?
No, I didn't. I knew you would go for England, so I did not go for an English player either.
Huh. I'm thinking Spanish, but seems like you've gone for not the obvious nations. What about Portugal?
Oh my days. I almost went for Felix, but I decided not to. Nope, you did not get any of my signings. Let's go.
Now let's see if I get to keep my players.
It's obvious that you have a free signing, and of course, he could be released as well. But first, I'm gonna go for Brazil, because I know there's a lot of good Brazilian players.
Are you sure?
I'm confident.
No way, bro. You literally got my free signing. I went for Rafinha.
Did you actually go for Rafinha? Oh my days. That changes everything. Oh, that changes everything.
Here I thought I could crush you this season itself by winning the Premier League, but yeah, that's my free agent. That's my free signing advantage just completely gone.
Yes, boys, the remontada is on. Okay, what if you're double bluffing me? We both know that Wolves like to sign Portuguese players. What if you went ahead and signed some Portuguese players? That's one of my guesses.
I thought that would be too obvious, and that's why I didn't do it.
Okay, so I got one more nation guess. I'm gonna be honest, I was gonna go for Norway for your big player. I thought you'd go for Holland, but I already got him. Did you by any chance go for the Netherlands?
Thankfully not. I went with Hanko. I don't know which nation he's from. Is it Slovenia or Serbia? One of them, but I knew you weren't gonna say that. Romero as my Argentinian centre-back.
Those are some good signings. On my end, I went for Belgium and Says, a right back with a lot of potential. I went for Mika Bireth, a Danish striker. And then for Cam is where I almost went for Felix, but I went for Amad Diallo instead for Ivory Coast. So I played it safe, but I needed to. And now, with your big free player gone, I think I can make a comeback here.
But hey, you're still in the championship. I'm still in the lead. Oh man, without Rafinha, my team does not look the same, but I think I had a decent amount of growth. João Gomez up to an 83. Conor Gallagher, 84. The big man Lamens at the back, he's up to an 85 as well. I'm glad you didn't guess my centre-backs, because now I've got a solid foundation to build on.
Yeah, that sounds like a good team, especially that 85 rated goalkeeper. My goalkeeper is my highest rated at an 84. I'm kind of glad I went down to the championship, because if I did well, dynamic potential is going to go through the roof with this team. And my top goal scorer this time around had 26 goals, Mika Bireth. I will take that, you know.
Strand Larsen is truly the budget Haaland, man. He's not putting up big numbers for me, just 21 goals. But to be fair, we were in the Premier League this year compared to you in the Championship. Oh, I didn't expect to go behind this season, especially after the signings I made. 13th is where I finish.
Let's go. That is great news because I finished in second place. I'm going back to the Prem. Unfortunately, I don't win the Championship, which I think would mean you had the better season again. But at least we're back on level terms, at least playing in the same league.
Looks like I'm going to get an advantage again, and I really hope that you don't end up just taking it away.
Yeah, it would be truly embarrassing if I end up winning this entire challenge and I'm the one that relegated. All right, the advantage wheel is being spun. Let's see what you get this time around. Nothing too good. Oh my god, bro.
Oh, so I get one extra guess. I will take that. I will take that to try and get you to release your signings.
And this benefits you massively because next season, it's going to be based on leagues. So you can just guess an extra league and you might get me, to be honest. Okay, boys, so we're back in the Premier League. However, my team is not ready to win the Prem. I'm not sure how good his team is looking like right now. We're eventually going to need two other center backs. Esteve hasn't grown as much as I thought he would. Who knew CDMs because Ugo Chukwu hasn't grown as much. And Boscullen is 31 years old. We would also need a center attacking mid at least because Edwards also hasn't grown at all. And of course, once again, I have 100 million. But if no one wins the Premier League this year, this is going to increase next season so we can sign bigger players.
Okay, I've got 100 million to try and get this team to win the Premier League. Where am I lacking? Does look like in the fullback spots. Also, it looks like Hugo Bueno has reached his potential. It's going to take him like 2 years to grow in his overall. Left back is going on my transfer targets. And the same for Chachua. We need fullbacks this season. Now, I found Aramburu at Olympique Lyon. I don't know if Edgar's gonna guess Liga though, but I think I am gonna take the risk and sign him anyways.
And up first is a center attacking mid position. And my first option is Ben Seguir, 22 years old, 80 overall. Very cheap, but has a lot of potential. That's kind of the players I need to sign. But remember, Sid gets an extra guess at a league. And I think the smartest thing to do in this window is pick one league and get all of my signings from there, because more leagues I get, the higher chance he gets it. So that means my second option is Paul Nebel, playing for Mainz. 24 years old, 82 overall, has a little bit of potential. It's going to be a little bit more expensive than Ben Seguir. And finally, it's somebody more close to their prime, Patrick Vimma from Wolfsburg, 81 overall, multitude of positions. Is also extremely cheap. We're sticking to the Bundesliga in this window, and I'm actually gonna go for Paul Nebel. So for 36 million, we're bringing in Paul Nebel, our first Bundesliga player. Just remember how big of a risk this is. If he rides the Bundesliga, I'm gonna release all of my 3 players, and I'm screwed, man. There's no way I would win. But I'm sure he's not gonna go for the Bundesliga, man. I'm confident. And up next is our center back signing. And as you can see, all the 3 options are the same overall. That's because if I try to go for somebody high overall, it will usually be older, and my team will just never grow. And for a very cheap 25 million, we are signing an 81 overall center back who can grow up to a maximum at 84 as of right now. This is just to be safe in case John Stone starts to go down. But now I only have 30 million left to sign a CDM.
Oh, and wait a minute. West Ham have been relegated to the championship, and because of that, Carlos Romero, 83 rated. I think I'm really happy with what I've done, boys. Carlos Romero, a championship signing. Also a player from Liga. I think I should be safe. But since Edgar guessed Rafinha, man, I'm super worried.
I'm gonna be honest, there wasn't a lot of options. My first option is someone like Joao Palhinha, and my second to last option is someone like Nicolas Sierrawald, 26 years old, 83 overall. He does fit within the price range, and he might be one of the best options we have. But I think Kaishu Sano is the best option we have. That's around 85 potential and is going for the price range of 24 to 30 million. So here we go. Sano, the CDM from the Bundesliga, is joining our team. One day we'll be making big signings, but for now, we have to go for these hidden talents that we can afford. Hopefully get an advantage to eventually sign the Lamine Yamals and Desiree Doués of the world. And I can't lie, I'm very satisfied with all the signings we have made so far. But of course, there's that one problem. If Sid wrote down the Bundesliga, he can basically write me off from this challenge. All right, Sid, we have made our signings. Of course, you have the advantage of an extra guess, but I'm going first. And I think the first league I'm gonna go ahead and guess is actually gonna be the Ligue 1 from France.
Are you actually joking, bro?
There's no way. There's no way.
This is crazy. This is actually crazy.
Please tell me you're not lying.
Well, Aramburu, 82 rated right back. You are getting kicked out.
Oh my days, man. I actually got to guess. Oh, this helps me so much, man. This helps me so much. Okay, the second league. I want to make sure you don't trick me or double bluff me. You said it's too obvious to go for Portugal. I'm going to go for the Liga NOS, man.
Nope, didn't sign anyone from there.
And my final guess of the league. I don't want you signing anybody from here. The Premier League.
Nope, I actually signed a West Ham player, but they got relegated down to the championship, so I'm saying... Okay, now this is where things get spicy. 4 guesses for me. Oh boy. I would assume you'd think I'd just go for like the top 5 leagues and try and get 4 of them to just prevent you from signing. I think you've been a bit cheeky. Did you go for the Saudi League?
No, I did not go for the Saudi League. That's one. That's one. Come on. Come on.
Did you go for La Liga?
No, I didn't go for La Liga. Come on. Let's go.
Bro, I'm so bad at this now. I've already wasted 2 picks. What about Championship?
I did not go for the Championship. One more. One more and we make it home. Come on. Come on.
I'm just gonna say Premier League.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, my days. How did you fumble that? 4 guesses. Your ball knowledge stinks, not mine. Oh, my days.
Where did you even sign players from, bro?
You can call this a cop-out. You can say whatever you want. This was a strategy. I need to win this. All of my players are from the Bundesliga. I put all my eggs in one basket and it paid off, man.
That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. Fair enough. Fair enough. You outplayed me. You outplayed me.
I can't lie. I don't think it's a hot take to say. I think we're equally level now. I've guessed some of your players, and if I kept all of my players, I think we're on the same point right now, and things are about to get more interesting.
I think I need to get myself a striker, bro, because my top goal scorer was Larson. I mean, actually, it was John Arias. Both had 18 goals.
That actually isn't too bad because my top goal scorer was also 18 goals, and Marmushka 14. I just think our goals are being spread out through the team.
Talking about team, though, my overall growth has been solid. I'm seeing a lot of 85s. My lowest rated player is Chachua at 79, and That's because you made me release Aramburu.
And I can't lie, my squad is also looking pretty decent. My entire front line is above an 83 overall. However, my defense is looking suspect because John Stones is already starting to go down. Petrovic is still going strong though.
Now, let's see who's getting the advantage for next season. I finished 5th in the Premier League.
I finished in 9th place. It's so much the best ever finish I've had, but you finished way above me. Again, you get to get an advantage, man.
And I like this, bro, because I feel like if the advantage is good for me, I might be able to win the Premier League next season because I was only 8 points off this time around. And also, aren't we increasing our base budgets for next season?
Yes, we are. We're actually doubling our starting budget to 200 million. Now it's going to be about who can bring in the best players in the world. All right, here comes the advantage wheel for you. Please do not nice him too much. And it's going to be
money.
Oh my days.
We'll take
Even
that.
more
50
money.
million?
50 million more. 250 for you, 200 for me. One of us might win the Premier League next season if we make the correct signings here.
250 million, man. This is the season I take Wolves to Premier League glory. And this time, we need to sign players from Champions League winning clubs. If I go for the PSG player, they're a UCL winning club. It's going to be super easy for Edgar to just guess and make me release again.
So we're now in season 4, and the guesses for this season can only sign players from UCL winning clubs. And of course, we're going to be guessing clubs. And taking a look at this team, it is lacking star power for sure. I did mention our center back positions are still looking weak, and our CDM as well. But before I make the signings, I've decided to change the formation to a 4-3-3 attack. And this is exactly what the starting 11 will be looking like. That way, instead of signing a boring CDM, which we have 2 good center mids anyways, we can for sure sign 1 center back, brilliant right winger, and if we have the money, another center back to help us hopefully win the Premier League this year. And yes, don't you forget, we've doubled our budget to 200 million.
But a strategy like this might be the play. Reece James from Juventus, they have won the Champions League before, but they've not won it in recent years. So I think this would be a really smart signing to kick things off. And also, I was able to sign Reece James for 50 million. My bonus money came up clutch here.
And up first, I want to start with the center back position. And I've decided on what club we're ready to go for. And that is Inter Milan, with the first option being Alessandro Bastoni. He's the best center back in the game. If I want to go a little bit cheaper, Goncalo Inaccio's also playing for Inter Milan. 26 years old, 86 overall, 67 to 84 million. The question is, will Sid write down Inter Milan? And I actually decided to go cheaper. For 69 million, we're bringing in an 86 overall Goncalo Inacio. I think this signing is pretty safe. I don't think he's gonna write down Inter Milan.
Now that's at least my right back spot sorted. Another couple of things I want to do is possibly a right winger and a striker. I don't know if I can pull both off. Well, maybe I can, because Lautaro Martinez's contract is expiring. Inter have won the Champions League before the Mourinho era. No freaking way I signed Lautaro Martinez for just 70 million. I can easily bring in a crazy good right winger now.
And the first right wing option I do have is Mikel Olise, 26 years old, 90 overall, aimed for Bayern Munich, a club that has won the Champions League many times. But why not go for someone who just won the Champions League? Desiree Doué, 91 overall, the second best right winger in the game. But I think with his ball knowledge, he's gonna go for recency bias. Maybe the least risky of them all is someone like Philip Foden. He has actually won the Champions League, 28 years old, 88, playing at City, who won the treble, and is the cheapest of the bunch. And for 95 million, the most shocking signing in history, Olise's joining Burnley. This is why I love career mode, man. Sometimes you can be realistic, sometimes you can just have fun like this. It's not gonna be fun if Sid guesses Bayern Munich or Inter Milan.
Well, Saka would have been a perfect signing, but Arsenal have never won the Champions League. Yikes. Oh, I think Estevao could be huge in us winning the Premier League. Chelsea have won the Champions League before, plus B. Edgar won't guess them. And that is my third and final signing. 250 million spent. I feel like Edgar's on a crazy run with his guesses, but surely he's gonna run out of luck, man. This season, I'm expecting to keep my team. And if I do, I'm expecting to win the Premier League as well, because the team is now good enough.
And boys, just take a look at our starting 11. There's no way we don't finish in the top 4. I want to win the Premier League this year because I know Sid is making some huge signings to push for it as well. All right, we have made our signings. And of course, the guesses are going to be based off UCL winning clubs. So obviously, there's a bunch of options, but it's still pretty guessable. I want to make sure you didn't sign a player from either of these 2 clubs. So the first one I'm going to go for is FC Barcelona.
Too obvious, man. I would never do that. Didn't sign them. Didn't sign anyone from Barca.
Okay. If you're saying it's too obvious, maybe you didn't go for this other obvious club. So, but did you go back to Manchester United?
I was close to doing that, but I'm glad I didn't.
Okay, for my final club, I was gonna go Real Madrid, and if you double bluff me, fair enough. But instead, I'm gonna go for Juventus.
That is crazy, bro. Are you joking, man?
No way, I got another one.
Oh, I thought Juventus would be the easiest one, but again, thankfully, it's Reece James and not my big 2 signings of Lautaro Martinez.
Okay.
and Estevao, who I do get to at least keep.
I thought you went for Canagnotis there. I'll take Reece James getting out of there.
Now it's my turn. I have a feeling you've gone Real Madrid.
No, I did not go for Real Madrid.
Okay. Bayern Munich.
Are you sure?
I am.
I'll give you a one-time switch if you want it, because you're far off.
Go ahead, Bayern.
Olise, I'm gonna have to say bye to you, man.
Let's go! I finally got a guess, bro. Oh my days.
And it's the biggest guess you could have gotten, man. You still have one more guess.
I'm gonna go Liverpool for the final guess.
Thank you for not going for Inter Milan. I would have lost my center back, man. But Olise is gone from my team. That's my whole attack, man. Mikel Olise, you were the chosen one. You were gonna deliver us the Prem this season, and now you're gone, man.
Well, I think I'm gonna win the Prem now because I've got the team.
And I really hope that you don't win it this year. And at the end of the season, my top goal scorer was Mika Bereth with 25, and Marmoush even got 21.
My goals were all spread out, so I had Estevao with 23, Gomez with 23, Lautaro with 19. Yo, he should have scored more, man.
That does sound good from you, and my squad is looking absolutely ridiculous. If I would have had Mikel Olise, man, things would have been different.
It's the same for me, only my right back position is looking a bit iffy. But let's now see if anyone managed to win the Premier League. Straight away, the challenge would be done. Are you joking? I finished 7th.
That's interesting. How many points did you get?
60.
60?
Yeah.
Oh my days, I finished in 7th with 60 points. Are we
Wait,
gonna
you had
tie break
60
this,
points
man?
as well?
Yeah, I had 60 points. That's nuts, man.
I guess we both get an advantage then? Something like that?
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind a double advantage here. All right, whatever advantage this lands on, we will both get. Can we get the both 100 million? Yes, we both get it.
300 million next season. I think one of us is going to end up winning the Premier League.
Yeah, I'm very happy with this result here. And the guessing is going to be the hardest possible. And it's just going to be players. So we just have to guess the exact players they're signing.
300 million, season 5. I think one of us has to win the Premier League this season. It's just going to happen. And I really want that to me. So I need to get my signings on point. And I'm thinking if I go for older, more experienced players but super high rated.
So we're now in season number 5, and I'm actually very happy with how my squad has turned out so far. I mean, Mikel Olise would have meant one less player to sign this year. With 300 million, I could probably make 3 $300 million signings.
Now to start with, I think I absolutely need a right back, and Julian Timber has to be the guy. Because if I go with someone like Trent or Hakimi, Edgar's gonna easily guess that. Okay, wait a minute. Reece James is available as a free agent? Of course, I released him last year, but you'd think a club would sign him up. And I think it's a genius play to sign him back for free. Because in case Edgar guesses Timber, I'll at least have Reece in that right back spot.
And of course, I have to start with the right wing position, and I could just splash all my money on someone like Lamine Yamal. Yes, he's just guessing my players. There's a chance that Sid guesses him. What if it's too obvious? He doesn't guess. Or maybe the second best option in Desiree Doué, 24 years old, 91 overall, and is way cheaper than Lamine. The only problem with him, he could play so many positions that Sid might just throw him on there because he covers a lot of squad depth. And my final option, and I think the least guessable, is Ryan Cherki from Man City, 25 years old, 88 overall, and is very cheap, which means I could sign superstars from my other places as well. My only issue is I kind of wanted more of a goal scorer, and he's more of a chance creator. But you know what? I'm gonna play it safe. I really want to beat Sid because he laughed at me when I was in the championship. So for 75 million, I'm bringing in Ryan Cherki.
Now I've still got 200 million to go all in on one more position. I'm really tempted to go all out for the midfield. I know Vitinha will be so good, but is it too obvious? He's Portuguese, the Wolves connection. Instead, maybe going with Declan Rice, weakening a Premier League rival as well, could make it easier for us to win the league. And that's my third and final signing.
So for 83 million, my next signing is Josko Gavardio. So he can go ahead and play next to Gonzalo Inacio. I think so far I've built an incredible team. I just need to make sure Sid doesn't guess my players.
I feel like I've played it too safe. I'm still left with 92 million. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the Reece James signing and another player instead, but I had to protect myself, man. Putting Declan Rice into the team, it's a bit of an upgrade. The team is ready to win the league as long as I can keep the entire squad.
And for literally all of my money, for 100 million, we are bringing in Declan Rice. I'm very confident about my signings. I think Sid is just gonna bombard one of my attacking positions. I think my center back and my center mid signings are safe. So here is the starting 11 with all of my signings. This is a Premier League winning side, as long as my players are not guessed. Okay, so we've made our signings here in season number 5, and this time we're only guessing the players. However, I don't know the positions that Sid's signing. He doesn't know mine. But that means we can put as many guesses in one position if we think we would have signed them. Okay, so my first guess is going to be Erling Haaland.
I already had Lautaro, bro. Why would I sign Haaland?
Looking at your front three, he is the weakest of the three, so I thought I'd go for another striker. Okay, so my second guess is gonna go for that left wing position. Did you by any chance sign Desiree Doué?
Nope, I'm trusting Gomez, man.
I don't know if you're lying to me, man. The final player I will go for, I hope you didn't say Achraf Hakimi.
I was gonna sign Hakimi, but instead I went for Timber, and I was so scared that you'd get me to release my right back again that I also signed Reece James as backup. And finally, I just bought in Declan Rice to bolster my midfield.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Now it's my turn. Okay, I'm looking at your team. Boy, do you need a right winger. Oh, man. Oh, man. Have you gone with Lamine Yamal?
No, I did not go for Lamine Yamal.
Okay. What else options are there? Have you been cheeky and brought back Michael Olise?
I thought about it for a second, but I didn't do it. Put in all your guesses on that right wing. I hope you don't get it.
Let's go with Saka, bro. I'm going all in on right wing.
Oh, no. I did not go for Saka, thankfully. I went for Ryan Cherky. I keep all of my players. I also went for Gavardio. And like you, I also signed Declan Rice.
Fair enough, I guess. This is the season where one of us wins the league, and let's see who it is.
Yeah, we both have Premier League winning sides. Let's see who does it first.
End of the season, and it's not looking good. My Gomez has broken his tibia, and it looks like he missed a big part of the season. This is not nice at all. But apart from that, I had some solid growth.
I can't lie, my team doesn't look too bad. My goalkeeper is at a 90 overall, Petrovic, and a lot of players are approaching that overall. But just like you, I had an Achilles strain on Gavardio for 130 days. I'm not sure if I won the Prem, losing my center back.
Bro, Lautaro just scored 19 goals for me.
19 goals, that's it?
How many did your top scorer score?
Dude, my top goal scorer scored 36 goals. How did Lautaro only score 19? Yeah, you have to be cooked.
This is actually painful, man. I finished 6th in the Premier League. Please tell me you didn't win the league so we can get through another season and hopefully I win.
Well, that is the question as yes, I won the Premier League. Only one loss. 13 draws. Oh, that must have been the most boring Premier League win of all time.
That's crazy, bro. The fact that you got relegated and you still managed to win. Fair enough. I rate your career mode knowledge today.
Hey man, you celebrated too early. But if you guys enjoyed this video, you guys would definitely enjoy this video right here.